Okay, welcome to Joe's RC Corner. This is just going to be a quickie video. I'm not really doing anything fancy with the aircraft today, on the Super Chipmunk that is. So just a quick video for you guys, just as an update on what I've kind of gotten done today. Wasn't a whole lot because I did go out and flew a full-size airplane today. In case any of you were not aware, I do have my commercial pilot certificate, so I went flying instead. So just a quick update. I did a little bit today. Nothing really fancy. I wanted to get some hard points in for the cowl, so I went ahead and glued some wood dowels through the plastic of the fuselage, and I'm going to go ahead and show that to you guys here. So I have the one up here on the top. It's a hardwood dowel. It's being Gorilla Glued using the non-foaming Gorilla Glue, and went ahead and glued that in place here. Also drilled holes in the side of the plastic fuselage where the cowl mounts actually go, and I went ahead and Gorilla Glued those also to the battery bays here on either side, and right now they're clamped, already moistened, and they're going to go ahead and cure now. So I left that clamped in overnight. One thing that I did mention before, I had to move the cowl out a little bit further. So to accomplish that and allow the motor to come through the hole perfectly, I went ahead and made some wooden standoffs here and extended the motor out a little bit. So now it's actually just about perfect here. These hardwood mounts that I originally had glued in here for the cowl are not going to work because the nose tapers. And since the nose tapers to a point here, and then you look at the cowl also tapers inward. The cowl basically was not touching this. And if I extended these any further to actually touch the sides of the cowl here, then what was going to happen is I wouldn't be able to get the cowl over this area here. So that's why I went ahead and made some hardwood points back here, and now that's all straightened out, ready to go. One other thing, after that last video where I did the canopy here, I went ahead and finished up the canopy some. Got the experimental, got the guy glued in there, and also, sorry about the glare, have the water slide decal of the instrument panel from a Super Chipmunk in there now. So this is all done. I'm just going to give a detailed video here of this portion of it. You can see all the magnets I have on there, and pay no attention to that top section there, the nose of it. That's pretty but I had a lot of work trying to get that to fit in there nicely. However, that's on the inside, so once that is magnetized down, as you can see, it all fits very nicely. Pops up a little bit here on the side. I might try to heat that up and bend that in off of the fuselage here. But all in all, fits really good. Takes a little bit of pressure to really get that off there, so I'm not afraid of that blowing off at all. Might even put a little piece of tape back here just to make it a little bit easier to pop that loose. So that's all done. Looking down the fuselage, I got the tail cone temporarily mounted here for right now. It's going to be screwed in on the top, and then there's two screws down here on the bottom, and this is going to hold that in there nicely. So I got to take that off, do some finishing, sanding. I think this side needs to come out just a tiny little bit here on this side, or this side needs to go in, one or the other. We'll get that corrected there. But it's glued together. I need to prime it, paint it, and then that's ready to go. One other thing that I did, I wanted to show the wheel pants, and thank you to the subscriber that noticed when I made my water slides. I made two rights. Yeah, two rights. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I went ahead and remade those, and I want to show you the finishing on that right now. So let me go ahead and swap out the camera here to the other side. So here they are. water slide decals are applied to the wheel pants. Came out really well. I'm really pleased with that. Still got to put a clear coat over these, and still also have to make the mounting system. I'm going to be gluing epoxy in a piece of plywood inside here. Then we'll drill these out to make them fit, and we'll be able to slide them on. And what I'm going to be using to attach these is, let me grab the package here. I'm going to be using these nylon 5/32 nylon landing gear retainers. That way, if something happens, you know, landing, the wheel pant, if it touches, it'll break these hopefully first because they're nylon, rather than breaking the wheel pants. So that's the plan. We'll see if that actually works in real life, but in theory, that's what should happen. So that's where we are right now. It's looking really good. As soon as this stuff is all dry here, then I'll be able to unclamp that. I'm going to have to sand those wooden dowels down just a little bit, just so that the cowl will slide over them nicely. I'm not going to worry about painting them because the cowl is going to cover up that area anyway, so I'm not too worried about that being painted. But once the cowl's mounted again, we'll take the canopy off, and I can start doing some lines, start laying out some tape lines. I might actually start working on some of that maybe tomorrow, so I'll make sure I get my camera set up while I'm working on the taping, and we'll see how it all goes. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for today. Sorry, not a very long video. I have a lot of other things going on, so I haven't been able to get, wasn't able to get much work done on the Super Chipmunk today. But that's what we've gotten done. So I hope you enjoyed. Appreciate you subscribing. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can get the notifications by hitting the bell. You'll see when the next video gets posted on the Super Chipmunk. So with that, thank you very much for joining me today. And I'll try to get some footage of starting the tape lines tomorrow, maybe setting up the paint booth, and we'll get started on doing the next stage of the paint. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Appreciate it.